Hello, my name's Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how to combine crystals. It's a useful video topic and it's very straightforward, but I understand not everyone can wear every crystal because you'll end up like me. But if you'd like to end up like me, I'll teach you how to do it correctly as well. Which I strongly believe, I believe that everyone can wear every crystal, but it does take a second to be able to tolerate every crystal's energy. You ever wonder why online teaches that you can't wear more than 3 crystals at once? Do you know who's writing those articles? It's people who want the power for themselves. That's what it boils down to. Look at any spiritualist, spiritual mentor, etc., who flat out tells you can't wear more than 3 crystals at once. Do you know what they're doing? They don't want you passing them. My goal in teaching you guys is for you guys to pass me. Then you can teach me something. But the people who say, oh, you can only wear three crystals at one time. Okay, says who? Or what will happen? What will happen? What will happen? What? You know, what are the side effects? People are like, you have to tell people the side effects of wearing too many crystals. If you are in the right and your energy's aligned, nothing. What happens if you're not aligned and you're wearing a bunch of crystals? They're gonna correct you. What does that entail? Well, for example, if you wear moldavite and you're wearing moldavite and you're mixing it with other crystals and you're not aligned, the moldavite increases the frequency of other crystals. So it amplifies the other crystals and it makes them stronger. So you're gonna see the other crystals just flat out, what do I call it? The amplification effect. So all the other crystals, their job becomes a lot easier and they do more specifically as to what they're supposed to do. If you're only wearing Tigrai is a good protection crystal, right? Yes, it is. It's a very good protection crystal, but what else is Tigrai doing? Well, once it works, I mean, if you're just using Tigrai, it's trying to protect you and bring you some form of abundance and open your third eye. But if you use black tourmaline in Tigrai, it doesn't have to protect you as much. Now the crystal's doing something else. So think about that. Really think about that. So that's going to apply to the point of what I'm about to teach right now. So Tigrai, when you're wearing it and you're just wearing Tigrai alone, you'll feel it in your third eye. You'll feel it kind of like diluted over a few different things. That's why if you wear rose quartz, it'll break if you're just using it for protection. Now, ask yourself, what's your intention? What's your goal? What would you like to achieve? If you're trying to achieve a protection, then I wouldn't use Tigrai as your first crystal. So if you're trying to achieve protection, or let's just say you just would like to mellow out with the energies of Tigrai, you should still combine other crystals like clear quartz and black tourmaline because it allows you to get the most out of the Tigrai. If you want to find out what Tigrai does by itself, then you can meditate with it by wearing it, especially around the neck by itself. So what happens when you have a Tigrai crystal and you combine it with tourmaline? What happens? What actually happens? Because I see all these different sources online. Oh, if you combine this with this, what actually happens? Well, since the Tigrai was meant to bring abundance, peace, open your third eye, and the tourmaline strictly to protect you, and the Tigrai also protects you, what do you think the Tigrai is going to do? What's going to happen with the Tigrai? The Tigrai actually gets to let its guard down more and do other aspects of what the Tigrai does. Wow, that's very interesting, right? No one teaches that because most people don't wear crystals and they'll teach about things they don't have. Or they'll teach about things that they found online, come up with some kind of AI response, and there's nothing about karma or karmic cycles because AI doesn't know about karma. Everyone's using AI online about crystal information now. That's crystal information online. It's AI. You think AI knows anything about a crystal? They can't even draw a finger. Google right now AI fingers and you're going to see how they draw fingers. Looks crazy. So don't be afraid of AI because it doesn't know anything about crystals. It's AI. It doesn't have a soul. People are like, well, I can debate that you should click off this YouTube video if you think AI has a soul. But back to the topic, because God made us in his image. He didn't make AI in its image. He did not make AI in his image. He made us, and we're natural creators, so we can try to replicate what he's doing, but in the end, he's a judge. Now, think about it like this. With Tigrai, I just said the Tigrai's job is made much easier when you take let's just say it was just Tiger Eye, and you're using the Tiger Eye for, let's just say you would like to use the Tiger Eye for abundance, and it's protecting you more than it brings abundance. So the Tourmaline just made its job easier, and now it's bringing you abundance 100 times quicker. Yes, 100 times quicker, because it was using its other energies to do other things. It was doing multiple things at once. That's why when people just wear rose quartz and they don't wear protection, it breaks. It's because the rose quartz is trying to protect you, and that's not a protection crystal at all. Rose quartz does not protect at all. If anything, it increases vibration, so by vibration it can protect. So it can protect a little bit, but that you don't even think about. It'll break trying to help you. Now, what else can you guys think about? So you've added protection to the Tiger Eye, and the Tiger Eye is doing less protection jobs. It'll still do some specialized protections, so it'll do its specialized jobs, such as sending energies back, because it's reflective. It's a chatoyance. Now the Tiger Eye is also yeah, and there's bugs around here, so the Tiger Eye is also doing its job to protect you in your third eye. So it's going to the energies of the third eye. So it's doing other things. So it's indirectly doing its job because it doesn't have to as much now because something else is helping it. The Tourmaline's main job is to protect. The Tiger Eye, now you're going to feel it more in your third eye when you wear it with Tourmaline because it's protecting you more. Now, when you wear Tiger Eye and Tourmaline, you'll also feel more calm and grounded because it's working with the Tourmaline to calm and ground you. The solar plexus chakra as well. There's too many energies there that don't belong there. It'll just calm it down. So, how cool. Now you have Tiger Eye and Tourmaline. And what if you'd like extra protection? Because now the Tiger Eye is doing its job for abundance and grounding you and helping you open your third eye a little bit. What if you'd like more protection? What would you combine the Tiger Eye and Tourmaline with? Depends. Really depends. So what kind of protection are you looking for? And I'm teaching you guys how to make your own crystal combinations. So when you go to floridastoneman.com, you know what crystals are doing what. I actually, when you get a custom necklace from me, I combine a good amount of crystals in the necklace, but not more. More is not always better, especially because it can be overwhelming when you first get it. So people should start off with about 3 to 4 gemstones in the necklace, maybe even 2 to 3 or just 1 because it's very intense. Now, what's the Tiger Eye doing with the Tourmaline and you like more protection? Ask yourself, what kind of protection are you looking for? Are you looking for spiritual protection? Are you looking for etheric protection? Are you looking for protection against unknown enemies? Are you looking for protection from yourself because you can be moody? Be honest. Be honest. So let's just say I like spiritual protection because spiritual enemies, and because people have an entire story. Oh, this person's doing this with me. I get it. A crystal can fix that problem very fast. Through the Lord, the crystal can fix that problem fast. So let's just say if you'd like physical protection or protection from unknown enemies. Tiger Eye, Onyx, Tourmaline. Now, what is that doing? The Onyx is keeping away the unknown enemies. The Tourmaline's job just got easier. Way easier. And the Tiger Eye is actually doing something a little different. It's a little more intensive on the third eye, and its protective jobs are eased up a lot more. So it's more of a third eye crystal now than anything else, which is kind of interesting. More of third eye and abundance. Very interesting. So now that you think about it, when you add more gemstones, it's making the crystal's job very specific, and they're doing less, but they're saving more energy, so they have more spiritual power to help you. Let's just say you're looking for etheric protection instead of for spiritual. I mean, let's just say you're looking for spiritual, more so protection, and from anything spiritual or etheric protection, you'd wear lapis lazuli, Tiger Eye, and black tourmaline. Now, will that keep unknown enemies away? It will, but not specialize, not department. It's always better to specialize. So, one thing as well is you can think about this in the sense of what happens if I use tourmaline, Tiger Eye, and yes, I know what I'm saying here because I've written it down in my head here. So you have tourmaline, Tiger Eye, onyx, and lapis lazuli. What's that doing? Now, and you got to think about the qualities of onyx and the qualities of lapis lazuli. So let's just say if you wore lapis by itself, it's protecting you, it's opening your third eye, and it's taking some time to do that. But if you wear lapis lazuli and tourmaline, now it's a third eye crystal for you. It's providing some protection, but a lot less. It's having to use its energies a lot less, so it's not providing less protection, it's being more specialized because you have all that protection. Now, let's talk about and I hope this should be very clear to you guys, because I'm talking about what happens when you mix a crystal by itself and you mix it with other crystals. So these combinations get intricate. What about if you wear onyx by itself? Not recommended. Onyx can be a slow energy gemstone, although it can still be good because it has the energies of agate. It'll mostly work on the mind and protect you. Now, because agate or onyx and black agate and onyx are very similar in energies. Very similar. They're almost identical in energies. So black agate or onyx, well, let's just say onyx for the simplicity's sake. When you wear that alone, it's helping the mind, it's calming you down, it's grounding you, and it's keeping away unknown enemies. Is it getting rid of all enemies? Not really. Tourmaline does that. What does tourmaline do? Tourmaline gets rid of all enemies. It gets rid of all enemies. So what happens when you just have tourmaline and you're adding other crystals to tourmaline? A very spicy combination. So let's just say onyx and tourmaline, it's getting rid of all enemies plus the ones you don't know, but it's actually doing more to the ones you don't know so they don't come around. So when you combine them, it's very specialized. So now it's doing a whole bunch. These are different rays of light, different rays of energy. So how do you combine crystals? Ask yourself, what would you like? Would you like protection? Be upfront. When you know what you want, it's yours. So would you like protection? Would you like to be well-directed? Would you like to be financially abundant? If you're just using citrine by itself, not a good idea. The citrine will try to protect you from things, and you'll notice abundance doesn't stay around as long. What happens if you use tourmaline and citrine? The abundance is defended, and the citrine is doing its job much easier because it's specializing in bringing you abundance. That's why people's citrine breaks and turns color very fast, is because it needs more protection. Now, what about, and I'm just throwing different combinations, citrine and tiger eye. Tiger eye is a little bit of protection, citrine is abundance. So the tiger eye would be more of a protection and manifestation crystal, or more for protection, and the citrine would be doing abundance, but they're both, they could use more protection. So I'd start by pairing a protection crystal with anything you'd like to have whatever you like protected. Let's just say in your love life, you'd like to protect your relationship. So what kind of crystals would you use? You would use rose quartz, but you'd protect it with black tourmaline. Why would you do that? It's because the rose quartz by itself is not a protection stone, and it won't really do a job in bringing abundance of love into your life. It'll do its job more in the sense of you actually healing your heart trauma or heart traumas, and not necessarily doing the job for attracting love. So it'll be working more on you. It'll get kind of tired. It'll take a lot longer. So when you combine rose quartz and tourmaline, the tourmaline's vacuuming traumas out of you with the rose quartz, and you're seeing your healing happen a lot faster. A lot faster. So what happens when you combine multiple gemstones together? You see specialized healing, you see specialized abundance, faster blessings come into your life. Things basically happen like magic because all your gemstones are literally, let's just think of this, like each little gemstone that you're wearing, or that I'm wearing, or that you guys are wearing, whatever, is performing a mini job. So it's kind of like I have a company and all these workers, these are individual energy workers. Why don't you have to get Reiki after you get crystals? It's because the crystals are mini energy workers. They're doing specialized departments instead of for one crystal trying to do everything. I highly recommend you guys combine crystals. you can get crystals from FloridaStoneman.com, the best crystals. If you're sick of your crystals constantly breaking or being low quality, then go to FloridaStoneman.com. I also specialize in custom necklaces as well. That's why I know how to prescribe custom necklaces and spiritually prescribe. So with the help of my beautiful angels, I actually help you guys find out exactly what you need. That's why it's specialized. So, for example, if this person has no energy, but they would like to start their company, carnelian and citrine or carnelian and pyrite. What's the difference between if that person needs to combine citrine and pyrite? Well, if this person has brain fog, then you use the pyrite over the citrine, but if they're not happy and they don't see enough joy, then you use the citrine over the pyrite. And then that's why they see it work so well. It's because you found a good combination. My beautiful angels are the one who helps me find combinations for you guys. So if you'd like your own custom necklace, you can DM Florida Stoneman on Instagram. I'm very specialized in what I do, and I don't generalize any information. It's information online. I can't say too much about it, but it's changed so much in the past few months, that you better keep your screenshots from Google, because it's becoming something different. And I can safely say a lot of the websites online about crystal information are incorrect, because they're using AI to write it, and they're so general, it's not actually applicable to any life situation. So if you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. You can DM me on Instagram for a custom necklace. Ciao. God bless all of you.